Hi guys, hi there. Yes, so as you have probably seen in my post of today, I'm now here in Paris airport, in Charles de Gaulle airport, international airport of Paris. I'm in the boarding zone and I'm staying. I'm staying there as long as I can, and I began this afternoon a hunger strike to protest because today I was about to fly to Canada. I had to fight for 1 year to obtain an ETA. Before that I was banned for 1 year from Canada after the mother of our kids made me arrested after I intend to escape of the unsuffering situation I was living in on the property of a mother in Canada, and she called the police and made me arrested and expelled from Canada. So I've been banned for 1 year. For 1 year, a year I've been blocked by the immigration administration and couldn't obtain an ETA, travel authorization to Canada. I finally protested in front of the Canadian embassy in Paris in December and obtained my ETA. And today I arrived 3 hours before the flight. And at the WestJet check-in, I've been a problem with my visa, my credit card, because WestJet, Canadian company, is not filling the is not as secured as my French bank is asking to allow payment. So I had to call my bank. My bank had to allowed WestJet for 24 hours with my credit card. We had to wait for that to be done, and then I paid for the luggage. And then I arrived, so 1 hour before the flight, in boarding zone. I was hungry, so I went to eat some Mackey's, a bit far from the boarding desk. So they called me, but I couldn't hear that from where I was eating. So I arrived half an hour before the end of the boarding. And after 15 minutes of waiting on the line, they called my name again. So I went to the desk and say, okay, I'm Iwan Lambert, and they put me aside, and they made me wait for 5 more minutes. So it was only 5 minutes before boarding. I was really stressed out, and they finally gave me a cell phone. With a Canadian immigration officer on the phone. So I talked with that woman, and she just shotgunned me with questions. And so I told her, I took my ticket to Canada first, and then I took time to think about the good date for my return in France if I have to return. So I booked another ticket for my return. So I have both. I have people who are gonna have me at their home when I arrive for 2 months. I have work in France. It's an unlimited contract of work. I will be on vacation during my trip, and perhaps I will just have to prolong to take more vacation or another way to stay a bit more in Canada. And she thought that it was not enough as a proof that I will not work again illegally in Canada, as I did when I had no papers and I had my 2 kids there and my ex there. We were all living there. And so that's it. She canceled my ETA and make me again not welcome in Canada. And she refused to allow me to board to the flight. So I wrote to Mark Miller, the Canadian Minister of Immigration, and to the immigration services that gave me that ETA. And I decided to stay here in the boarding zone as long as I can. And I began today a hunger strike. I will not eat and I will not drink until this case is solved and I am allowed to visit my kids and to live where they are living, because there's no point that a country is forbid a father or a mother to live in the same country that their children. It's not possible. It's against children's rights. Children have the rights to live with both of their parents. I'm not a criminal. I want to settle in Canada. I want to work legally here. And my project was not to stay illegally. My project was to take 2 months. And on these 2 months, to try to find a work contract for 3 years under the Francophone Worker Program that will allow me to access to a 3 years work permit, so a permit of staying in Canada for 3 years to work. That's the only window I have to stay in Canada and to live with my kids, and that's the only thing I want to do. And I have a return ticket because my plan was to try to find a way to stay legally, and if I can, to go back to my work in France and go back to my friends and my family there. So had a meeting scheduled with my kids tomorrow morning in Sooke, where they are living, in the coffee shop of Sooke. Their mother would have been there too, with them, to accompany them, to reunite with me. Their grandfather would have been there too. And my kids were waiting for me. And that Canadian immigration officer decided that I have no rights to see my kids, and my kids have no rights to see their father after 2 years and 7 months of enforced separation. So this is the situation. So thank you for listening. If you want to help me, you're gonna see on the post below or up there the email address of Mark Miller, Canadian Immigration Minister. If you want to help me, please write an email to him. Tell him that you don't think it's fair. You don't think Canada should treat a father like that, and that you support my case. It's gonna be really helpful. So if you can do that, thank you. And for now, I'm Ewan Lambert, and I'm staying here in the boarding zone in Paris of Charles de Gaulle International Airport in Paris. I began a hunger strike today, and I'm staying here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your support. Take care. Bye.